Welcome back to the channel, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving deep into the world of Liberty United States of America $quarter coins, those shining pieces of American history that could be hiding unbelievable value right in your pocket change. Money bag. From the rare 1776 to 1976 Bicentennial quarters to the valuable era coins worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, we'll uncover which Liberty quarters are turning ordinary collectors into millionaires overnight. So, if you ever held a Washington quarter, a statehood quarter, or even an e pluribus unum quarter, stay tuned, because we'll reveal the secret mint marks, rare varieties, and hidden details that could make your coins worth a fortune today. The 1776 to 1976 Bicentennial quarter dollar, often known as the Liberty quarter with the inscriptions E pluribus unum and In God We Trust, stands as one of the most iconic and fascinating coins ever struck by the United States Mint. This remarkable coin was issued to celebrate the 200th anniversary of America's independence, a moment that changed world history forever. Every detail on this coin tells a story of pride, freedom, and national unity. From the powerful bust of George Washington on the obverse to the majestic colonial drummer on the reverse, symbolizing the heartbeat of a new nation. It's more than just a piece of metal. It's a symbol of heritage and hope, a treasure that connects collectors to the founding spirit of America. Over the years, the 1776 to 1976 quarter has become a legend among coin enthusiasts, not merely for its beauty, but for its astonishing potential value. While millions of these quarters were minted for circulation, a few rare varieties and minting errors have turned some of them into multi-million-dollar rarities. These are the coins that make collectors' hearts race. Coins struck on silver planchets, or those with double dies and unusual mint marks. Imagine holding a small, shining quarter that looks ordinary to most people, but in reality, it carries the power to transform your life overnight. That's the magic of the Bicentennial Liberty Quarter, a simple coin with unimaginable worth hiding in plain sight. The design of this coin speaks of history and purpose. On the obverse, George Washington's proud profile reflects the determination and courage of a young nation ready to define its destiny. The words, "In God We Trust" and "Liberty" stand boldly as eternal reminders of America's ideals. Flip the coin, and the reverse takes you back to the Revolution, a colonial drummer beating to the rhythm of freedom, surrounded by 13 stars representing the original colonies. Beneath him lies a Latin phrase, E pluribus unum, meaning out of many one. This powerful statement reflects the unity of a diverse nation born from courage and conviction. Collectors and experts alike have often said that the right bicentennial quarter can be worth a fortune. While most circulated examples may have modest value, a select few with rare minting errors or proof silver compositions have fetched staggering prices at auctions. Some of these unique variants are said to be worth hundreds of thousands, even millions, in today's booming collector's market. Imagine finding one in an old coin jar, a dusty drawer, or a forgotten family collection, a piece of history that could make you a millionaire overnight. These stories have turned the 1776 to 1976 quarter into a symbol of hope and fortune for collectors across the world. What makes this coin so extraordinary is not only its history, but also its mystique and mystery. There are tales of special mint strikes with deep mirror-like finishes, of rare double-die obverse that showcase overlapping details, and of silver-clad proofs mistakenly released into general circulation. Each one of these rare coins tells its own story of accidents, craftsmanship, and pure luck. The thought that a coin you spend every day might secretly be worth a fortune adds an element of wonder to collecting. It transforms ordinary change into potential treasure, and it makes every bicentennial quarter a mystery waiting to be discovered. As time passes, the value of these quarters continues to rise, especially as collectors around the world compete to own pristine, untouched examples. The passage of decades has only added to their rarity, especially for those preserved in flawless condition with shimmering luster. For numismatists, the 1776 to 1976 Liberty Quarter isn't just an investment. It's a historical artifact, a physical connection to America's 200th birthday. To own one is to hold a fragment of the nation's journey, a coin that has survived generations and carries with it a whisper of the past. Beyond its monetary worth, the Bicentennial Liberty Quarter captures the American dream itself. The belief that something small and ordinary can hold extraordinary power. It reminds us that greatness often hides in plain sight. Just as a revolution was born from ordinary people with extraordinary courage, this coin teaches that even the smallest symbol can hold immense value. Every scratch, every detail on its surface tells a story of freedom, resilience, and destiny. That's why collectors across the world cherish it not just as currency, but as a living piece of America's soul. So if you ever come across a 1776 to 1976 E Pluribus Unum Liberty Quarter, don't let it slip away easily. Look closely at its shine, its marks, its details. You might be holding a rare treasure that can change your fortune overnight. This coin, minted in honor of America's freedom, continues to inspire awe and excitement decades later. Whether it worth a few cents or a few $1,000,000, its true value lies in its story. A story of liberty, unity, and the endless possibilities that come from believing that even the smallest piece of history can hold unimaginable power. Would you like me to turn this script into a YouTube narration version, with dramatic pauses and voiceover tone for maximum engagement? The 1973 United States of America quarter dollar, proudly bearing the inscriptions E Pluribus Unum and In God We Trust, stands as a symbol of American strength, freedom, and timeless legacy. Though at first glance it appears like an ordinary piece of change, to the trained eye of collectors, this coin can be a hidden treasure capable of transforming your destiny overnight. Many people have overlooked its true worth, not realizing that certain rare varieties and minting errors from this year can hold unimaginable value in today's coin market, sometimes soaring into the millions. The 1973 Liberty Quarter isn't just a coin. It's a piece of history that could be your key to an extraordinary fortune. What makes the 1973 quarter so fascinating is its combination of artistry and history. The obverse side features the iconic profile of George Washington, America's first president, a portrait that carries the weight of the nation's birth and its enduring ideals. Above him shines the word liberty, and beneath it, the phrase "In God We Trust," reminding the world of the nation's spiritual and moral foundation. The reverse side carries the powerful E Pluribus Unum, Latin for out of many one, surrounded by the majestic image of the American eagle. Together, these elements tell a story, one of unity, freedom, and a promise that has echoed through the centuries. The 1973 quarter was struck primarily in copper-nickel-clad composition, but rare variations and minting mistakes are what turned this coin into a potential millionaire's dream. Some versions exhibit striking mint errors, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or planchet flaws that dramatically raise their value among collectors. A coin with an unusual shine, thick edge, or incomplete letters can sometimes fetch a life-changing amount. The kind of money that can make you a billionaire overnight, if it happens to be one of those unique specimens collectors crave. Over the years, stories have circulated about lucky individuals discovering rare 1973 quarters in old jars, drawers, or inherited collections. Imagine finding one of these rare gems, a coin that seems ordinary yet possesses a secret power to rewrite your financial destiny. That's the magic of numismatics, the thrill of holding something small that carries such enormous potential. The market for vintage U.S. coins has seen unbelievable growth, and the 1973 Liberty Quarter stands proudly among those that collectors dream of owning. The condition of your coin plays a massive role in determining its value. A circulated 1973 quarter might seem modest, but an uncirculated or proof condition coin, preserved with original luster, can skyrocket in worth. Coins that have avoided wear and tear, those with clear details in the eagle's feathers, crisp lettering, and a flawless surface, are prized by collectors who see them as time capsules from America's golden years. The more pristine the coin, the more powerful its pull in the collector's world. Adding to its mystery, certain rare mint marks, especially those in the Denver D and San Francisco S mints, can multiply its value. Some collectors are even on the hunt for quarters that show slight engraving differences or unexpected coloration from metal blending errors. These quirks, though invisible to the average person, can make a massive difference, transforming what seems like a 25-cent coin into one worth hundreds of thousands or even millions. It's a reminder that fortune often hides in plain sight. When people talk about coins that can change your fortune overnight, the 1973 quarter is one that truly fits the description. It carries not just metallic value, but historical spirit and emotional power. It's a reminder that the smallest objects sometimes hold the biggest secrets. Every scratch, every shine, every detail tells a story of the minting process, of hands that have exchanged it, and of a nation's unbroken promise of liberty and unity. So, if you ever come across a 1973 E Pluribus Unum Liberty quarter dollar, don't rush to spend it or trade it for face value. Study it closely. Every mark, every letter, every curve. You might be holding a piece of hidden American gold, a silent fortune waiting to reveal its glory. Because sometimes, a single old coin can change your destiny. Proving that in the world of rare coins, miracles are struck in metal, and history itself can shine in the palm of your hand. Would you like me to turn this script into a YouTube narration version with an engaging intro, mid-hook, and ending call to action? It would sound perfect for a coin collecting video. The 1965 United States of America E Pluribus Unum Liberty quarter dollar is a coin that has captured the imagination of collectors and dreamers alike. At first glance, it may look like an ordinary piece of pocket change, but beneath its simple silver gray surface lies a legend of unimaginable worth. This coin carries a story of transition, mystery, and rarity that could make your heart race, because the right 1965 quarter could, in fact, be worth a fortune in today's collector market. It's not just a coin, it's a piece of American history, frozen in time, whispering secrets of the minting era that changed the face of U.S. coinage forever. The year 1965 marked a turning point in American coinage history. Before this year, quarters were made of 90% silver, but due to the rising cost of silver, the U.S. Mint decided to switch to a copper-nickel-clad composition. However, during this great transition, a few quarters were accidentally struck on leftover 90% silver planchets from 1964. These rare silver 1965 quarters are what collectors now call the hidden treasures of the Mint, and their discovery can instantly turn an ordinary collector into a millionaire. If you happen to find one with that distinct silvery ring and a slightly heavier weight, you could be holding one of the most valuable coins ever minted in modern America. What makes this coin even more fascinating is the engraving itself. Liberty boldly shines above the bust of George Washington, while below rests the powerful phrase, "In God we trust." These words represent not only America's ideals, but also its enduring spirit through times of change. The phrase, E Pluribus Unum, on the reverse, meaning out of many one, adds a sense of unity and timeless dignity. It's as if this coin was crafted to remind Americans of their shared purpose, even during the economic and social shifts of the mid-1960s. Owning such a coin is like owning a symbol of America's strength and transformation. Now imagine holding that 1965 quarter in your hand, its rim slightly worn by time, yet its shine still intact. For most, it's just 25 cents. But for those who understand its hidden value, it's a key to unimaginable wealth. Some rare versions of this coin, especially those struck on silver planchets or those with minting errors, can sell for tens of thousands, even millions of dollars in private auctions. A single discovery of the right kind of 1965 Liberty quarter could literally change someone's life overnight, making them a millionaire without warning. It's the thrill of hidden fortune that keeps treasure hunters and collectors searching endlessly through old jars, drawers, and rolls of coins. The beauty of this 1965 quarter lies not only in its metal, but also in its mystery. Many collectors believe there are still undiscovered errors hiding in plain sight. Double strikes, off-center minting, missing letters, and transitional planchet mistakes. Each of these errors increases the coin's value dramatically. Some even claim to have found quarters with the silvery luster of a 1964 coin, yet bearing the 1965 date. A combination so rare that it can send shockwaves to the collector's world. These rare errors aren't just minting accidents. They're miracles of chance, preserved in metal for over half a century. Over the years, this coin has become a symbol of hope among coin enthusiasts. It reminds people that extraordinary value often hides in the most ordinary places. Many have found their fortunes in coins passed down by grandparents, picked up at flea markets, or even returned as simple change after a purchase. The 1965 Liberty Quarter stands as proof that history rewards those who look closely, that hidden gems can still exist among everyday items. Every scratch, every line, and every tone of the metal tells a story of time, luck, and discovery. For collectors, this coin represents the perfect mix of beauty, history, and mystery. Its design speaks of patriotism and pride, while its accidental rarity adds a sense of adventure. Finding a 1965 silver quarter, or one, with a unique minting flaw, is like finding buried treasure. It's not just about money. It's about owning something that defies the odds of time and circumstance, something that connects you to America's minting legacy and the craftsmanship of an era long past. In conclusion, the 1965 E Pluribus Unum Liberty Quarter Dollar is far more than a simple piece of change. It's a symbol of transformation, a masterpiece of minting, and a beacon of possibility. Hidden among billions of coins lies the chance of finding one that could make you a millionaire overnight. So, before you spend that 1965 quarter or toss it aside, take a closer look. Because that humble piece of metal might just be the key to changing your fortune. A reminder that sometimes the most valuable treasures don't shine in gold, but in silver, waiting quietly in your hand to reveal their $1 million secret.